Since North Dakota's oil boom started, the state has had an influx of people from all over the country coming in hopes of starting a new life and making a lot of money. However, it doesn't always work out so easily. Anthony Humes joins us with more about a documentary called The Overnighters that tells the story. Anthony?
Thanks, Alan. The documentary tells the story of a pastor named Jay Renke, who takes in people and lets them stay in his church. The people come from all over the country to find work and start new lives here in North Dakota. North Dakota has made national news on numerous occasions thanks to the oil boom, and that's often intrigued outsiders.
I read some stories in the national news about the oil boom in Williston and western North Dakota, and I was particularly interested in people who were coming looking for work and looking for opportunity.
It seems North Dakotans are also interested in what is going on in the Bakken region.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening right now, and it's kind of a unique place, and the things that are going on there. A lot of challenges happening, trying to keep pace with the production of the oil. And
the documentary was filmed over 18 months, and Jesse says he wasn't really seen as an outsider in that time.
I found it very welcoming, that community. There were people, neighbors, other people in the community who were very fearful of the newcomers, but I myself found people to be very open.
Check out job service.
The documentary also focuses on a couple of men who are trying to find work, and one of them puts Pastor Jay and Jesse in a dangerous situation.
A woman threatens him with a rifle and me, and that encounter, which was kind of scary, and which I kept filming, is in the film. And it really, I think, illustrates what Jay was up against sometimes.
After the movie was all over with, it left Jesse thinking one thing.
I finished the film and I was never sure how would people care, but I think people are really curious about what the transformation that's been taking place in western North Dakota with the oil boom.
Unfortunately, Pastor Jay was not able to comment on how he felt the movie went. If you want to see the movie, you can watch it on Netflix, and it's also available on iTunes. Alan?
All right, thanks, Anthony.